that we have come to a conclusion unanimously about the following, Honorable Minister. The first one is that all documents, including certificates, registration and resource slip etc. of any of the examination body should contain the NIN, though in a camouflage form, the photograph and date of birth to guide against identity theft and impersonation. When we talk of NIN, it's not going to be exposed, it will be coded, but ordinary reader can read it. 2, all invigilators and supervisors must register through NIN and subscribe to the examination body short code using the same pattern of JAMB 55019, 60019. They are not to use 55019. Each of them will choose its own, but that pattern, in order to track and have full information about the examination officials, including examiners, supervisors, and invigilators, so that when they misbehave, they can be easily tracked and arrested. Number 3, swapping of invigilators and supervisors, not candidates, should commence with effect with the ongoing WASC SSCE. And that's one of the reasons why we are submitting now, because the ongoing exam, WAEC has started, NECO will soon start, and we believe that it should not wait. Because of your passion and your vision, we believe that now this swapping of invigilators and supervisors, not candidates yet, should start with this SSC. We are suggesting swapping of invigilators and supervisors in view of the strong views expressed by WAEC, NECO, NAPTEP, and BIAS pertaining to the logistics and the fact that certain details are traditionally printed on certificates. The center is already printed, and for that reason, we felt we can at least for now swap so that nobody will invigilate in the school where he teaches. Because 99% of those who invigilate presently, they are teaching in the very school where they are invigilating. Number 4, except where absolutely impossible, invigilators and supervisors should always be public officials, public teachers. Their career should be not people who are just working. If you sack them, it doesn't mean anything to them. But every public servant knows the implication of being dismissed from service. The standard requirement, number 5, of examination hall should not be waived. There are many cases of waiver now. While the recommended sitting arrangement 1.5 meters, 1.2 or 1.8 square meter per candidate should be maintained, because we have seen what is happening in some of these centers, particularly where this is not maintained. We want to suggest to the Honorable Minister that this should be the minimum. Number 6, all examination halls, centers should be equipped with stationary CCTV camera for surveillance and monitoring purpose. What we mean is that the type used by JAMB, we discovered that can be counterproductive at this age. And that was why the committee decided that it should be stationary and it should be permanent in those classes. It will also serve security purposes in the school, because the CCTV camera will be working all over where they are powered, rather than leaving them only for the examination. And in addition, every examination center shall have a mini control room where the CCTV camera is monitored for urgent and immediate alerts. Fortunately, the federal government of Nigeria constituted a body doing that for Safe School, and we believe that this could be part of the materials that the school could use for part of the Safe School program. B, all the 4 concerned examinations, WAEC, NAPTEP, NECO, and MBIAS, shall jointly own central control facilities rather than individual having its own, replicating and wasting money, for their use during the examination to save costs. And C, body camcorders should be deployed to examination halls and centers for effective monitoring. Number 7, at the point of entry into basic school, every pupil must generate a unique code which is linked to his or her NIN, which must be identified with the pupil throughout his or her educational journey in Nigeria. The strategies are already in the report. Number 8, the Federal Ministry of Education should interface with the National Assembly to enact an act to establish a national examination malpractice court or tribunal for prompt prosecution of examination malpractices to serve as deterrent for others. Number 9, the non-implementation of the 1999 Examination Malpractice Act suggests on the part of the government either a lack of political will or non-implementability. Consequently, the committee recommends a review of the act if you cannot implement it in such a manner that it can be immediately implemented to curb examination malpractice. I give you an example of that. We have about 70 students, candidates being prosecuted for what happened at the last UTM. But surprisingly, I could see that they were being charged under different offenses and so on. And I thank the Honorable Minister for having to call attention to the fact that Examination Malpractice Act to be used to prosecute them, because that's nobody, because it says that even if you are under 18, you will still go to the act says clearly that you will still go to prison for minimum of 3 years. And that is why people are hiding under 18, under 17. But the act was so firm about it that it made provision for even under 18 that there will be the proper prison for that level. So I believe it is the right thing. The committee endorsed the policy directive of the Honorable Minister that rather than wait till 2027 as initially suggested, the CBE to be implemented for objective questions in 2025 and private examination, that is in October, November, and in full for school candidates in 2020. Number 11, the 30% continuous assessment component in the senior secondary certificate examination has become a veritable source of corruption in the examination system due to the fraudulent process of inputting the scores in arrears. It is therefore recommended that the Nigeria Education Research and Development Council (NIRDC) and any other FME agency which must have recommended the policy for the approval of the National Council on Education to immediately be requested to review the continuous assessment system for the purpose of reducing or eliminating disability. Honorable Minister, we want to thank you for the privilege of being called upon to serve. And on behalf,
we're working at the Ministry of Health to completely tackle and eliminate. We don't have a choice as a nation. We have to do this. We have to bring sanctity back into our exam system. We don't have a choice. The miracle centers that are out there that have built billions of businesses around this, I'm talking to you now. You can use your miracle center to educate our children. Give them good education, not to cheat our children, not to mess up their future. So we're moving right ahead with bringing sanity back into our examination system. Now, the terms of reference that we gave the committee were 6. Number 1, elimination of examination leakages and other form of exam malpractices. Avoidance of identity theft with our exams. Number 3, elimination of examination fraud. Number 4, migration of a WAEC, NECO, NAPTEP, and bias exams from a current pencil and paper to computer-based examination. Number 5, introduction of local swapping of candidates, supervisors, and invigilators. And number 6, improvement of the quality of supervisions of our examinations. Because as you can see, we've built an ecosystem in the past several decades of ecosystem of people cheating, exam fraud, involving principals of schools, teachers, invigilators, parents, and students. So we have to break that vicious cycle. And that's what this committee has worked in the last five or so months to work on and give us clear direction as a government on how we will fix this. And I'm assuring Nigerians today we will fix this problem. Exam malpractice will be a thing of the past. Let me particularly, I need to recognize the hard work that the committee members have done. They've gotten a lot of abuses, and but they stayed focused to do this work. This committee was led by Professor Ishak Oloyede as the Registrar of JAM. Can we give him a round of applause? And also our Director of... We have to do now is a roll of our sleeve here in the Ministry of Education of the 13 recommendations or so that you, 12 recommendations that you rolled out. Everyone will agree with me today that none of those recommendations will be impossible to implement. They are all practicable things, and the one you've told us that we need to implement right now. Once we leave here, myself and the SAMSEC we have work to do. We will begin and get a memo out today to WAEC that it will start immediately swapping off invigilators from the exams they will do on Monday. And next week, we have to also do the same by the time they start the exam in a few days from now. Thank you for being very practical, being very granular about it. You also said something that is very important, and we see this, and we've seen it. There's so much fragmentation and silo in our system, within government, within ministry, within government agencies. But this is what this president has mandated us to do. We should work as one government. In Ministry of Education, under just our own ministry here, that we have WAEC, we have NECO, we have NBIAS, we have NAPTEP. Everybody is building infrastructure that they can share. NAPTEP has its own central control for has its own printing. Why can't this? So this is a combination of these 4 exam bodies having a central control facility. We will implement it within the next few months. Because when you align your efforts, what do you get? You get much impactful results. And that's what we're all about. We need to deliver for our people. And we have a president that is giving us all the support, all the political will, all the funding. So we don't have a choice. We have to carry out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu mandate. And this is more extremely important. We need to build this for educational base of our country. Nigerians will build. Education is one of the things we cherish most in this country. That's why we have Nigerians all over the world excelling anywhere in the world. And the reason we need to give this Nigerians a big round of applause here